The worst feeling in the world isn't sadness. It's when you are in the middle of a conflict. You want to stand your ground. You want the other person to know they crossed a line, but suddenly your throat tightens, your chest constricts, and the tears start falling. You hate yourself in that moment. You want to look strong and rational, but your body betrays you. You angrily wipe the tears away, but they just keep coming. If you go online, people will comfort you with beautiful words. They'll tell you that you are an empath, that you have a warm heart, and that your sensitivity is a gift. But in the real world, there is a harsh truth that no one wants to tell you. The truth is, if you keep letting these tears freely interrupt every argument, they will silently destroy your voice at work and suffocate your relationships. Drop all the complicated psychology theories. Let's look at what is physically happening inside your body in that exact moment. During an argument, an average person feels exactly one thing: anger or frustration. They just let it out. But you are different. In that exact same fraction of a second, you don't just feel anger. You feel frustration. You feel regret over something you just said. You fear the other person might get hurt. You feel overwhelmed by the volume of their voice. You are experiencing too many extreme emotions crashing into you all at once. Your body is overwhelmed. It's too much to handle. And so the tears fall. It is simply your physical body's way of releasing pressure, exactly like sweating when you were too hot. It is a natural physiological reflex, nothing more. But there is another core reason why you get overwhelmed and cry over things that other people brush off. People love to tell you that it is because you have a deep soul. But the naked reality is much different. It's a story about your threshold for pain. Imagine the pressures and traumas of life on a scale from 1 to 10. Someone who has survived truly massive life events, like bankruptcy, a bitter betrayal, or the loss of a loved one, has tasted pain at a level 7 or 8. Because of that, their emotional tolerance has expanded. When they face a level 3 problem, like a boss criticizing them or an argument with a partner, their brain automatically assesses it and realizes they have survived much worse. They stay calm. But what happens if you've lived a relatively sheltered life, or if you've spent your life avoiding conflict to protect your feelings? Your tolerance threshold is incredibly low, maybe close to 0. And here is the psychological trap. When that level 3 problem hits, your brain reacts like the sky is falling, because to someone who has never felt a level 8 pain, a level 3 is the worst pain they have ever known. You sob, you break down, and you think the problem is catastrophic. You think you are reacting this way because you feel more deeply than others. You don't. You are reacting fiercely simply because your emotional immune system has never been tested. You lack the necessary calluses. Crying over small issues doesn't prove you have a massive heart. It just proves your psychological endurance is weak. The fatal flaw is this: the person standing across from you doesn't know any of these internal mechanics. When you are trying to make a logical point at work or having a heated debate with your spouse and you start crying, they do not see someone who is emotionally overloaded or struggling with a low pain threshold. They see a white flag of surrender. What is their natural reflex? They immediately stop arguing. They sigh. They lower their voice and switch to comforting and soothing you. You think that smoothed things over? Not at all. In that moment, the actual problem you two were arguing about gets swept entirely under the rug. Your words lose all their weight. You were supposed to be negotiating as two equal adults, but now you've been downgraded to the fragile one who needs to be coddled. The other person automatically takes the upper hand. If you let this script play out over and over, what happens? At work, your boss and colleagues will never dare to give you high-pressure projects or challenge you to solve tough problems. They are afraid you will cry. You voluntarily eliminate yourself from the leadership game. At home, your partner will eventually recognize the pattern. Every time they tell the truth, you cry. So they start hiding their real thoughts. They walk on eggshells, swallowing their frustrations just to avoid the hassle. You might think your relationship is peaceful, but the truth is they have stopped communicating with you. They are living like a hostage in their own home. You cannot force your body to stop crying when it hits peak stress. That is instinct. But you have total control over how other people perceive those tears. You must strip away their right to pity you. The next time you are in an argument and you feel your throat tighten and the tears well up, do not look away. Do not run to the bathroom. Do not apologize for crying. Look the other person dead in the eye and say exactly this. I am crying right now because I am incredibly frustrated and stressed, not because I am giving up or because I'm wrong. Ignore the tears. Listen to what I am saying. Let's keep going. The second you say that, the entire dynamic flips. You take back control of the conversation. You force the other person to face the issue instead of facing your emotions. The world constantly mistakes people who cry easily for people who are weak. Your job is not to force yourself to become an emotionless robot. Your job is to prove to them that you can stand there with tears streaming down your face, with a mind that is razor sharp, ready to fight to the bitter end for what you believe is right.